When I first started this vlogging channel, there were a few things that I was afraid of. So I am marching a very thin line with NTK about that. Okay. Hey. Heel. Good. Well into the afternoon, Trainiacs. We're talking like 3 p.m. right now, and this little walk around the block with the moops is the extent of the working out that I've done all day. We're on day number 2 of the Triathlon Taren End of Days 2017 Man Flu. It is brutal. When I first started this vlogging channel, there were a few things that I was afraid of. Number one, that nobody would give a shirt, because it is a bit of a weird thing to say, you know what, I think that there's enough people out there that care about what I do day to day that they're gonna tune in every single day and find out what I'm up to. And I'm sure while we put off a lot of people because we saw a massive spike in unsubscribes in the few days after launching the vlogging channel, they'll come back. They'll come back. All the good Trainiacs stayed. But it seems like enough people care. Or maybe you're just watching because it's like a car crash and you can't take your eyes off the dancing Speedo man. In any case, one of the biggest things that I was afraid of, if it did become successful and we continued on vlogging, was getting sick or injured. Because a sick triathlete does not train very often. And an injured triathlete, that could be career ending. And that's what we're experiencing right now. I'm sick. I didn't train yesterday, not trained today, and that kind of leaves me in a spot of what triathlonisms am I gonna talk about? Besides just, like I said yesterday, a body cold, you rest. And I got an everything cold. Everything's achy. Neck is achy, shoulders, back, stomach. Oh, don't get me started on the stomach. I make a lot of shirt jokes, but sit. Stay. Okay. Oh. Now, fortunately, not all, let's get a better angle here. Not all hope is lost, because there have been 2 fairly large developments with this whole community that over the last 24 hours have actually rolled out. So I've been teasing both of these for quite a while. It's the Triathlon Trainiac kits that are up, and there's like a 2-day sale. I didn't want to release them in general to everyone until I had a chance to try them on, but there are a lot of people that said, hey dude, I need a kit and I need some gear really badly right now. How soon can you get them out? Well, the designs are all finalized. The Trainiac store is up. I'll put a link in the description below, and I put in my order, and what I was going to do was I was going to do a vlog once I got my order to tell everyone what the sizing was. But if there's anyone out there that needs stuff now, right now, and they're willing to take the risk of not being able to try things on, which frankly, I mean, that's the case when you buy anything online, let's be serious. You can go to the link in the description below, because it's just this nasty long URL, and place an order up until end of the day, Monday. And apparently they're set to deliver everything on September 18th. I placed a ginormous order. Ginormous. Secondly, the podcast is live. It's live. We have done so much interviewing, so much prep, so much tech configuration, basically redid the entire website so that we could launch this podcast properly in one place. And it's live. It went live yesterday. iTunes approved it. Google Play approved it. Stitcher approved it. It's up. We exist. We got a podcast. We got 4 episodes up there right now. First one, No Triathlon Kim interviewed me. Second one, Mark Allen, 6-time world champion Mark Allen. Third one, James, the Iron Cowboy Lawrence, who did 50 Ironmans in 50 states in 50 consecutive days. And Mike, you are an Ironman, Riley, the voice of Ironman. Those are all live right now. We've also pre-recorded a few others. We've done Kevin Koskela, Tri Swim Coach, who you've seen in the vlogs before. Brett Blanker, Zen Triathlon, who has the longest running triathlon podcast in the world. We've done a podcast with Coach Pat, which we did out at Victoria Beach, which makes me really sad to mention that because Pat had great intentions of making this weekend, September long weekend in Manitoba, another training camp for me and bringing me out to Victoria Beach and smashing me up. But sadly, instead of doing a 120k bike, I'm struggling to do a 120 meter walk with the dogs. Meh, such is life. And then recently we just did a podcast with Team Wortel, Trevor and Heather Wortel. I am massive fans of the Wortels. They're good people. So again, I will put a link in the description below to where you can find the podcasts on my website, but it's in iTunes, it's on Stitcher, it'll be on Google Play. Did I say Google Plus before? Yeah, I really rely on those Google Plus views. And then because it's in those directories, it'll feed a bunch of other directories. So whatever podcast player you use, over the next couple days, it'll slowly start indexing and it'll be there. Now, to help spread the word, apparently when you launch a podcast, you get about a 30-day window where it's new and featured, and all these podcast directories are trying to figure out if it's a good podcast or a crap podcast. And a couple of the biggest things that help are reviews and sharing, like getting new viewers into different episodes. So what I'm gonna do is, to anyone who goes and leaves a review, can be bad, can be good, can be mediocre, whatever you want, leave a review. I'm actually really curious as to what people think of the episodes. In about the 300 to 400 listens we've got, it's been all good feedback so far. And if you share a podcast or all the podcasts with a friend and you CC me on Taren at triathlontaren.com, I don't know if that's gonna work at all. In the next podcast, I will shout out to everyone who does those two things, and I'll list who you are, where you're from, and even if you got like a training club that you wanna give a shout out to, or you wanna give a shout out to your wife or your husband or your kids, if it takes an hour, it takes an hour and we'll do that. So yeah, those two big things are very exciting and they are very much happening. And as I mentioned yesterday, office is closed down. Garage Builder is coming here to sign the contracts, get a deposit on Monday. So Triathlon Taren World Headquarters is happening. And look at this. This is what emptying all of the Triathlon Taren headquarters looks like. So I am marching a very thin line with NTK about that. All right, Trainiacs, that 10-minute walk has taken all the stuffing out of me. Me and this couch for the rest of the afternoon. Triathlon Taren World-Ending Man Cold of 2017, full effect. Welcome to the couch. Oh, and I recognize that this is a pretty crap vlog, by the way. Like I say, this is one of the things that I was most scared of when I first launched the vlog, so I'm sorry. As soon as I get back to training, we'll get back to your regularly scheduled Speedo dances.